Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and I got a great show for you tonight. I do. I've got a young man on tonight that he just absolutely loves the sport of paintball. He works real hard at it. He's just a terrific kid, and he loves hormesis. And obviously, I love hormesis too. I am sporting, thanks so much to my friend, Mr. Alex Frazee, an Iron Kids shirt tonight. And I am so absolutely proud to wear this. It is absolutely cool because you don't get much better than Oliver White Cloud Lang and Alex Frazee. These guys are they're terrific people. Everybody knows I'm into people that love making paintball better. And you look at the last event that Alex was at, man, I've seen so many pictures, him smiling, taking pictures with everybody, and that's what it's about. Because, Alex is probably, I would have to say, one of the best players on the planet. He is an outstanding player, but, over and above that, he is an outstanding person, and he's terrific for paintball. So I thank him so much for the shirt. And I'm going to have Kieran on here in just a little bit. I want to say hi real quick to Kenny Stewart, Matthew Lund, Robert Hansen, and Paul Farrell, always number one jumps in. What a terrific guy. And I got a few things I want to shout out real quick because everybody knows that, there's events coming up, and I like to help everybody that does them. I have no skin in the game on any of these events. I like to help absolutely everybody and all manufacturers. I'm a little partial to Field One because I absolutely love the barrel. I shoot the barrel on my autococker, and I got to tell you, it's just sweet. I absolutely love that barrel. And hey, Francis Swain and Tracy Perez, how you doing tonight, sweetheart? So anyhow, real quick, let me get this up because I want to bring my guests out. You're gonna like. Kieran is a great guy. He's going to tell us a little bit about his journey in paintball. Let's just put it that way. Journey where he's came from and where he plans on going with the sport. So you guys are going to absolutely love this. He's a terrific guy. But real quick, WCPL in New York, WCPL Classic is coming up. It's June 4th and 5th, and it's at Paintball, New York. And, it's only a couple weeks away, and I am fighting at the bit to go play in that. So I am looking so much forward to that. It's a terrific tournament. And like I say about all these tournaments, everyone that I mentioned, guys, if you can't get out there and play, at least get out and support them. Give everybody your support. Let's all work together to make paintball grow. We can do this. I did it before, and we're going to do it again. We're going to make it even bigger and better than what it is today. Then the ICC, the Montresor Classic. Now, Frank and Jennifer have taken over their late son's Tim. They're taking over the tournament, and they've been doing a great job with it. And it is also going to be at Paintball, New York, and that is going to be July 29th through the 31st. And again, if you cannot go out and play, please at least go out and support them very much, and let them know that paintball is growing and you absolutely love it, and you support the guys that are out there actually working hard and playing the game. Okay, and then the Legends games coming up, the Hall of Fame. Now this is going to be May 19th and through the 22nd, and that's coming up really quick, and it's at Hell Survivors in Pinckney, Michigan. Now I've got a few very good friends going into the Paintball Hall of Fame this time, and I'm extremely happy about that too. They're just great guys. I've got Mr. Ross Alexander, my good friend Mr. David Ruddick is going in. Robert Rosie Rose from the Master Blasters is going in. So if you get a chance, go up and check that out also. And then also, if you get a chance, check out Willa Rails. He has a Spin to Win. He has some great things. And I got to tell you, when that wheel's spinning, I'm sitting there watching, I'm going, wow, who's going to win? And it gets down to the end and it's going so slow, and you just never know, man. It is so cool. I just absolutely love it. So if you get a chance, jump in, check that out also. And then one more thing I got to mention. The first WCPL was held here in California this year. And it was held at Combat Paintball Zone up in Oroville, California. And it's a great place to play. I can't tell you how much I appreciate them jumping in and letting me hold a tournament up there. And if you ever get a chance, you want to go up there to Combat Paintball and Airsoft and check it out. Jake Krulin and James Dretton will show you a great time. And a field that you have to see it to believe it. I can't even begin to tell you what it's like. It's pretty wild. So real quick, my shout outs so I can get to our guests here. I'm going to start with Mr. Tim Schloss. Tim Schloss has Gateway Paintball in St. Louis. He is the originator of Tiger Stripe camouflage. And if you guys sit tight, there's a brand new, authentic Tiger Stripe coming out. It should be out here in the next couple of weeks. And it is very, very cool. Mr. Tim Schloss is a great person. And everybody loves Tiger Stripe. It's just absolutely great. Mr. Dan and John Colby, Immortal Air. I've been my sponsors for like a gazillion years now. It's been a long time. Dan's a terrific person. Dan now has a field up in Panhandle of Florida. It is called Panhandle Paintball. So if you get a chance here in Florida, up in the northern part, you're going to want to go check that out. Panhandle Paintball. It's a great place. And I support Dan. Dan's a good guy, supported me for years. And then none other than my very good friend, we call him my big brother, Mr. Bud Orr. War Game Products, terrific person. Don't have to say much about Bud. Bud's a great guy. Mr. Tom Kay was my second paintball sponsor for a marker that I had and was with Airgun Designs for a lot of years. It was absolutely terrific. Rainey and Juby Boucher. Now, these guys had paintball news back in the day. 2 times a month, you could go out to the field and pick up one of these newspapers, and you didn't pay for it. The teams could just, people could just pick it up and check it out. It had what just happened, what was coming up, where all the fields were located, stories. It was absolutely terrific. And Rainey and Juvie they've got some health problems right now. So, I'm hoping that everybody in the paintball community will send a prayer out for these guys, because these guys are absolutely terrific. That's all I can say. Very cool. And then Mr. Jerry Braun has Paintball Sport back in the day. Well, he has the field there right now in New York. But he had Paintball Sports magazine back in the day. And him and Randy Camilla had APG, and it was absolutely, these were the 2 best magazines. I just, when they went out, it just kind of broke my heart. But I have to mention them every week because they're terrific guys. I have to mention Mr. Jim Lively. Back in the day, 2 tournaments he wanted to do. One was Jerry Braun's World Cup. The other was Jim Lively's Masters. And it was like, for me, it was like a homecoming, because all my friends that I'd met in paintball always went to those 2. And it was just absolutely terrific. I loved it. And then I have to say hi to Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. Everybody knows I support the youth in all of paintball, because that is our future, everybody. And, the more we stand behind these kids and just keep them going in the sport, the more our sport's going to grow, and the more people will look at our sport in a great light. It's looked at in a very good light right now, but we always want it better. And I got my hats go off to their dad, which is Mark Gong, and Michael Beard. They both play with OG Ironman, been my friends for years, played on my team Constant Pursuit years ago, and they are just terrific people, and they work very hard with the kids. So anyhow, I'm glad I could throw all that out. I usually have my my co-host on here, Mr. William Bailey. I don't know here. Let's see. His camera just went out. Oh boy.
What?
Bill, no camera. Yep. So anyhow, buddy, I can't even pull you up. So I'm going to bring up one of my guests tonight, Mr. Kieran Johnson. Boom.
Hey.
How are you doing this evening, my friend?
Oh, wow. This year has been wild. Yeah. How about y'all?
I've been doing real good. Yeah, I got an echo. Have you got something else that you're running?
No, it's not me. I don't have anything else.
No, it's got to be you because
I'm downstairs. I don't.
Yeah,
it's upstairs. It's probably up my mom and sister upstairs. The floors are creaky. Sorry about that.
No, that's not it. I'm getting my feedback from myself.
Oh.
So yeah, I seen you clicked on twice, Karen, and
oh, sorry.
Might need to get off the other one.
How do I do that? I can't. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that smart.
You're not talking to Mr. Wizard. I could tell you how, but then we'd probably both be cut off here. So, I seen you came up twice and you clicked one off. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
I've got a very special person I want to bring up. Somebody I know that you like an awful lot, and not just you, all kinds of people.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I'm not this smart.
Let me see.
Do I need to exit out of this and get back on again, or is that what?
That's exactly what I would do.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
don't leave the show. I'll be right back. I just have to
Everybody's going to wait. They've been waiting to see you, my friend.
All right, I'll be back, guys. Sorry.
It's all good. Go ahead, click off and do it. All right, everybody. I think he had a little bit of feedback. I've also got a very special guest. I hear he's back up on another one again. Let's try this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that's much better.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, the other one was pretty bad.
I'm back, guys. Hello.
Yeah. It was funny too because I could hear myself talking, and I never thought my voice was that weird, but wow, I guess it is weird. So, I see you're sporting your bandana.
Oh yeah, I have to. Hormesis is special. Like, there's no way in the world I wouldn't represent it. Like, come on, that's not a question.
Are those guys something else? They are just absolutely terrific. Oliver and Alex. Two of the best guys that you'd probably want to meet in the sport of paintball. And Alex, he still gets out there and thumps. That is one terrific player.
Yes, he is one of those guys that just goes out there, fires up the team, and tells them exactly their mission and what they need to do to win. And, of course, I've seen their play. They've done great in this season so far. We need to recover from the Texas event. That event was harsh, but it doesn't matter. We're going to keep on grinding. That's what paintball is. We got to keep it the grind and got to do what we got to do. Don't give up. That's just right. That's not how we do it.
Well, you know what, Karen? I'm going to let you tell your story in a minute. I want to bring up my co-host. I think he's got his camera working. Hey, Billy, What's going on, buddy?
I don't know what happened. When he came up, I was cut out. I was like, what the?
You know what? Kieran, I was going to wait, but I want to bring this guy on right now. This is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. One of the best players that's on the planet. And I know you love the guy. I think a lot of people in paintball absolutely do love this guy because what he does for paintball is absolutely terrific. And so everybody, I would like to bring on right now. I'd like you to welcome Mr. Alex Frazee.
What's up,
doing, Alex?
Hey.
Hey, check out this shirt.
I'm looking good. I got mine on too.
I love it. Matter of fact, I got me another one right over here.
There you go, looking sharp. Thanks for representing Fred. And Kieran, I heard you were going to be on the show tonight, so I said, count me in.
Yes, of course.
Is that something?
Yeah, because thanks for the words you just said, man. That's true, man. We're just going to keep on trucking and keep motivating each other and keep playing and keep having fun. And Go ahead.
This guy right here, guys, is one of the most legendary players of the sport. If you guys don't know this guy, you should meet him in person. I met Dynasty at Cup last year, and I wanted to be on the team so bad. And I said, I'm not quitting until I get there. And, of course, these guys have brought me into my spotlight where I'm at today. And you guys are part of my biggest journey here, which is who I've become as a player is because of my representation on my jerseys. Like, hey, Alex, I have something to show you that I never showed you before yesterday. So, in honor of friendship, would you like to see what I got for you today?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just give me a minute. And not only for you, but for Yosh as well.
All right. Yeah, Yosh is in right now, but I will certainly share the message. And yeah, Kieran definitely embodies the spirit of perseverance and commitment, and I love seeing him out there at the tournaments and pushing forward. And he has an amazing story, and I really do appreciate kind of the community rallying and sharing
Yep.
his story with the rest of the paintball community, and people like you, Fred, for giving him a platform to bring awareness to his personal situation, and also just to show the the real beauty of what we have here. It's not really about winning and losing. It's about all of us together, meeting each other, finding something to be a part of. And paintball has certainly provided that to me in my life. And for that, I'm definitely grateful.
Hey,
Yeah,
Alex.
Real
Sorry.
quick, Evan, it's all about building. When I talk about building, that's what I say. Everybody, each of us can do a lot individually, but if we all work together, we can do an awful lot. I want to start by thanking you so much, because I know your time. You're a busy guy. I know, especially with Hermesis. Man, that thing has just exploded. I am so happy for you. That is absolutely a terrific thing that you got going. But I appreciate you taking the time to come on tonight with myself and Bill and Karen here. So
Anytime.
Yeah, Karen,
What do you
you're
got?
up, buddy.
Alex, I wanted to order you one of my jerseys, so in the honor of me, I did. Yes, I did.
All right.
And you want me to take it out of the bag so you can see what it looks
let's
like?
see it. Show it off.
Sure, come on, yeah.
Oh,
You're
you
the
know
star
me.
of this show, buddy. Let's roll.
Let's go, guys. If you guys love crowns, you
Here
guys
it
are
is.
gonna
Drum roll.
love.
We need a little timpani. Come on, Fred.
Look at this.
Look at that beauty. Hold it up.
Oh,
Oh, it's got the puzzle on it, the whole deal.
Yeah, and not only that,
Beautiful.
look at all of this. Look at all the numbers. Look at the colors, the crowns, everything. My sponsors. This is for you, Alex. I'm not kidding. I didn't do this on my own. I have to thank Ugly Paintball for this. If it wasn't for them and our partnership, I wouldn't have been able to do this. But since you're nice to me and you care about our community, I thought I'd pay you back the favor.
I'm honored. I'm humbled and I'm honored. Thank you, Kieran. I will treasure that. Once I get it, I'll certainly find a great place for it in my memorabilia. I'll probably hang it up in my office because it's definitely a meaningful item. And I will trade you one of my jerseys for that, so you can count on that.
Whoa!
Oh, nice. And shout out to all the Iron Kids out here. Shout out to all the people who just gave me everything I needed to be the player I am today. Like I never dreamed of being here with the pros. Like I never thought I was in the talk of the GOATs. But of course, like all the GOATs say, you never forget who you come from and you never forget your family afterwards. And Dynasty, got to keep on doing this, man. We're not losing no more. All right, we're gonna keep. We're gonna.
Well. Very well.
Well, there's a silver lining to that. I know we didn't perform well in Texas, but it was actually kind of refreshing to. I know I obviously want to be playing on a Sunday, but to go to the field and hang out with people and watch some games and talk to people and get to know some people that I hadn't met before and have that opportunity that came from something that was apparently negative. Ended up being actually a really great weekend. So obviously we're there to win, but more importantly, we're there to have fun and to enjoy our time together. So we definitely accomplished that mission.
And
Alex, not everybody can win all the time. I mean, look what you guys have done. I mean,
right.
Yeah, look at a scoreboard. You guys have just kicked butt for a lot of years. And, you're not done. One tournament's one tournament. Any given time, say with football or any other sport, I've watched the worst team beat the best team because that's just how it happens sometimes. One fluke shot, one anything that's weird, and it happens and you're out. But you guys will come back, and I still look for you guys to win it again this year. I think you guys.
I'm almost 40 years old, Fred. I'm just grateful to be out there.
Yeah.
Some guy, there was a video of me running to my bunker with my gun in the wrong hand, and I dive in and switch hands and get up and shoot. And somebody messaged me, "Hey man, why did you run with your gun in your offhand?" I'm like, "Man, I'm almost 40 years old. I just want to get in there any way I can."
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I wish I was almost 40 years old.
Right?
So,
yeah, I feel it. That's funny you say that because there was a home video of my mom, and my dad was taking the video, and my mom's in the video, and she's probably in her 30s, and she's going, "Get that camera away from me. I look horrible. I look horrible. Stop filming me." But now I was watching that tape with my mom recently, and now my mom's, in her 60s, when she looks at the video and she goes, "Look how good I used to look." You know?
I love it.
So it is relative. It is relative. You're right about that, Fred.
Yeah. So when you started playing paintball, was she very supportive of you?
You know, I was sort of like a latchkey kid because my parents were divorced, and
so were mine. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same.
I was left to my own devices a lot, so I kind of had to find my own way. And my mom didn't really know much about it. And in the beginning, she was like, "Yeah, I don't know about this paintball thing with the guns and all that stuff. And, you know, I'm not into the gun whole thing. And, you know, how long are you going to be doing this?" So, no, in the beginning, I'm not going to say she was a fan. But, you know, 5 years later, she was down at Huntington Beach cheering me on in the crowd. So, you know, she realized at a certain point that the value that it brought to my life, and she accepted that and then became a supporter of the whole thing. So, you know, it takes a little bit of knowledge for someone to understand what we really do. And some people never get it. And some people, I mean, I think the ultimate sell is getting them to come play paintball. I mean,
you're absolutely right. You know, and first of all, she's got to be very proud of you now. I mean, you know, you're not only a terrific paintball player, but, you know, your personality, Alex, is great. I mean, like I say, Tim Schloss, when you were on my show a few weeks ago. And Tim Schloss, I mean, I talk to him every couple of days, and he still talks about that, you know. So, you know, when you make an impression on somebody like that, let's say Tim never played paintball before, but he's listening to the show or watching you. You know, that just makes people want to come out and give it a try because they go, you know, if guys this nice or this intelligent are all doing this, you know, I think I want to give it a shot. So,
Thanks,
you know, you're a plus for the sport all the time.
Yeah.
Am I right, Karen?
Oh, yeah, for real. Like, when I first started playing ball here in Colorado, I didn't know what to expect from myself, but I've persevered through pain and everything else, and I've went through a lot of things that people don't know, like surgeries, heart surgeries, 2 of them. I mean, who would have expected me to become this great at the sport? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the next ambassador for not only the Dynasty guys, but for everybody else who's battling out there too. Like, I show that perseverance through my hard work, and they follow in suit. You know, it's like Alex said, it's not easy playing the sport. It's not fun sometimes, but hey, we got to keep on going, keep on doing us, and forget about the past. The future is now. It's time to get it better. You know what I mean? We're getting better and better every day as players, and we're not only communicating over telephone. We're communicating over a show that's very well worthy of its kindness and love. Hormesis is one of my favorites. Shout out to Alex and Dynasty. You know, those jerseys are cool. I wish I could make one for you guys, like a special edition one. But that's JT's job, not mine. So I'm sorry about
that. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm honored. Yeah. And Kieran, when you go out to your local field in Colorado, like the first time you went out there, what was your experience like?
Oh, gosh. Good question, Alex. It was kind of nerve-wracking at first because you don't know what it's like to be hit by paintballs. But once you get the hang of it and once you get the logistics, then it's really easy to tighten down and just be like, okay, I have to do this, move to this bunker at this specific time so they don't get you. And you're just like, okay, wait for it. And once you see them sneaking up on you, you just shoot them once and say you're out. And, you know, really just get it done. You know, put your hard work into it, get your team fired up, ready for the tournament. I'm playing 10-man at Cup this year, so you guys are going to see a whole lot of me out there. And I want to say a special thank you to Dynasty again for just showing me the love that you've done. I mean, I really never expected you guys to appreciate me and adopt me on your team. Like, Dynasty is one of the most legendary teams. Like, I'll never forget it. Dynasty is my life. I'll die Dynasty every day.
Bleed blue.
Tell me how you feel about Dynasty. No, that's pretty good, man.
I heard they're a bunch of jerks.
Hey, real quick, I want to throw out there, Alex. Ross has just had a new baby, didn't he?
Yosh, yeah, he just had a brand new baby. She's Ava. She's 2 weeks old, I think now. So
that's her name, Ava.
Ava, yeah, he's in the
beautiful.
I told him to name her Dynasty.
Beautiful.
I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to him, and well, obviously, and his wife, because he didn't do it all by himself.
No,
But I just thought when I was down there a couple of weeks ago and I heard that, I was so happy for him. That was so cool.
And shout out to all the paintball moms and wives out there that are, sticking around. Well, I mean, Fred, you can attest to this. You named one of your headbands after yours. So
absolutely.
And I mean, are your parents supportive of you playing paintball?
Me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. My mom and sister are very, very supportive. They think it's one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. Like, it's honestly made them happy because I'm making myself a well-known name around here. I'm famous. And first of all, that's not to show off or nothing. It's just to appreciate the guys who got me here. You, Team Dynasty, coaches and staff. Can we do some breakout pictures this year, Alex? We should.
Absolutely, yeah. The next tournament we're at, we can certainly arrange that. So
because I really want to, because wearing one of those Dynasty jerseys, I would feel more powerful. Because when I hear about pros moving teams, I wish they would stay with their originals. Like Dynasty went from Empire to HK, now back to JT, which was your guys' original sponsor in the beginning of your careers. So it's gonna be big this year. My birthday's coming up. I don't know. Who knows what can I expect? Dynasty jerseys? No way. There's no way. Who knows?
Was that a hint? Yeah. Write it down. I love it.
What's going on in here?
I love it. Well, Bill and I know. Bill, you can attest to this. Back in the day, when we started playing paintball, it was not easy to go out and play because, man, every time you walk out there with a gun, man, people were all in your face.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Survival game? What?
What was it like, Fred? Back then, when you go out to the field, was it a how was the experience? Was it similar to how it is now, or was it more brutal and more cutthroat, more scary? That's how I can imagine it. I mean, at least I remember when I went to the paintball field for this first time, there was a bunch of like really intimidating looking people.
Right. Well, what happened to me was, the whole story is I bought my partner. We had a construction company and we bought him a Splatmaster. And, I shot it and he shot it and we were loving it, and then he shot me in the leg. So anyhow, I had to get a Splatmaster. So I got the Splatmaster and we started playing against each other. And I got to tell you, Alex, from the first time I started playing, I absolutely loved the game. And the more the guys, we had like 45 guys working for us, the more guys got the markers and we were going out and playing, the more excited I got. And then after I got rid of the Splatmaster, I still got the scar from the PGP here, but we got those, and then we were just rocking. And when I would go to a tournament, I'm sure you still get the same feeling as I do. I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks to play with my friends in the band. And when I step on the field, even at almost 72 years old, Alex, I just get the same excited feeling I did when I stepped out when I was younger. But what people don't understand is when I got into this sport, I was already 34 years old. So, it's not like I started when I was a teenager, which I wish I would have had the chance to do, So I started when I was 34 years old. And I've got to honestly say the best people that I know are paintball players. And when I go to these tournaments, like I've got one right here. Now, I'm sure everybody knows this old guy. You know him?
Bud.
Hey.
How you doing, Bud?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Good to see you, man.
I'm here.
You are here.
I love you. Yeah, we got a good show going tonight. We got Karen on, a terrific person, and I got Alex on. Alex is one of the greatest, not just greatest paintball players. Let me back away from that. Just one of the greatest people I think I've ever met. Next to you, Bud. Of course, you're number one. Everybody knows that. No, actually, you're number two. My wife is number one.
Man, I'll give you a hug through the TV.
Yeah.
Love you guys, man. I mean, you're the best. All of you. You're the best.
Thank you.
I got a couple of great players there, don't I?
Oh yeah, man! It's awesome. I'm glad I made it. I was sitting in the shop at the I got something tonight. Oh man! All right, I took a shower and I'm here.
I will say, Bud, I played with Aftershock last year in a woods ball tournament, and there is nothing like the feeling of shooting somebody with an autococker. It's still after. I mean, look, we manufacture our own guns, but the visceral feeling of pulling the trigger and having that back block come back, and just the crispiness of that ball flying out and seeing it explode on somebody, there is no feeling like it. You haven't lived until you've shot someone with one of Bud's paintball guns, autococker, which really, paved the way for really the future of tournament paintball. I mean, it changed the way that the game was played and kind of opened up the idea of progress and, around that, the way tournament paintball is played now was basically formed.
Yeah, between that and the Automag both, Alex, yeah, look at Bud. I mean, no, I don't think anybody's got more autocockers other than Bud than Bill Bailey.
Bailey. No, there's people with way more than what we have here.
Oh, so your 400 don't count?
No. Wow. There's huge collections. There's
you guys. Do you know how many I made?
Let me take
500,000.
How many guns total I made?
Yeah, how many?
500,000.
See, what number is this one?
No, well, 500,000.
That's 500,000.
Half a million guns.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Well, that
Alex,
was over 22 years, man. 22 years of making guns. So,
Alex, I was down at Bud's house and I walked into what he calls his shop. It's like 9,000 square feet. So, to him, it's a shop. To me, it was a city block. But I walked in and you should see the marker, the cockers and stuff that he's got all in the racks. And he brought out the original one that when he was first putting it together. Remember you were showing Greg Hastings and I? Yeah. Unbelievable. It just, I got to tell you, if you're ever out this way, Alex, just call up that guy and ask him, please, can I just walk in your shop for 5 minutes?
And I can't thank you enough, Bud, because you really allowed pro paintball players to flourish by sponsoring them and working with them and promoting them and really kind of creating a platform for them to feel accomplished. And that really is what we get out of being professional paintball players. It's not money, it's not fame. What it is it's the feeling of worth and accomplishment and doing something together with your teammates. And I feel like you recognize that. And my father, who you knew,
look at that,
also understood that. I do appreciate that contribution. And I remember when I was a young kid being at the tournaments, seeing you there and being, so awestruck. I saw you, John Gregory, Dave Youngblood, all those guys. And you just, we would sit there in the corner and be like, oh, that's Bud Orr over there, and then eventually, I became friends with Sonny Lopez, who, worked with you and then, got to meet you on more of a personal level. And definitely, you're an amazing man. And thank you again for your contribution in the game.
Well, Alex, the people like you is what drove me to do what I did, and I, a lot of owners, okay. I got into paintball, when it was new, and I'm always the type of person who makes a round wheel rounder, I mean, that's just the way it is. And the people like you, which I enjoy being around, and I'm still around them, I go and play, and I went and played a couple of weeks ago, and I had it's just amazing time. You know why? Because of the people that are there, like people like you, and it's just incredible. I mean, I love y'all, man. I mean, say I'm famous or something like that. I'm not famous. You guys drove me to where I am today. I mean, and I definitely 100% appreciate everything you've done for me. I mean, you still play with my gun. I don't care Alex, if you're ever in the area, you come by a couple of days. I got plenty of room.
I'm gonna take you up on that.
Oh, you anytime.
And guess what?
Anytime.
You are famous to me, man.
Well, I can't.
You're more famous than LeBron James in my world.
I just
don't get him stuttering.
I guess I just love people, for what they are, not what can be or nothing else. Just what they are when I'm talking to them. That's the most important thing in life.
Well, Alex, Bud and I go back a long way. Bud and I have been on stage. Man, Bill's got pictures of you and I on stage. I had hair. I mean, yeah. Hey, what did I tell you about cheese meat, Bill? I had hair, but Bud, you and I have been on stage together an awful long time for a lot of years. You know that?
And I think we started in late 80s.
Yeah, it's when we start. Yeah. I mean, I started playing in '84, but I mean, I met you, and then we started. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Wow.
You're going to New York on stage. You were my mentor on stage.
I appreciate that.
You always were. I mean, you just got up there, grabbed the mic, and the
That's
hell
awesome.
with everything. You make it happen.
Look at that hair.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Here today, gone tomorrow. No, it's gone now.
Hey,
Bud,
when you coming out, Alex?
As soon as possible. When's the next game?
Oh shit, I don't know. You don't need a game.
I'll figure it out. I'm going to talk to Fred. I'm going to work it out.
Yeah,
with him.
We'll work something out, and maybe Alex and I can come down there and we can hustle you up and we can go play together someplace. What do you say?
SC Village is 20 minutes from me, so
exactly. Yeah, so awesome. Maybe because there's some stuff going on at SC. I think in the next 2 months. Some guys were trying to get a hold of me to go down there and play it. So
I'll talk to Giovanni. Maybe he can get us some hot dogs on the house.
Oh boy, that would be good. I'm in.
Yeah, I went to Decay of Nations last year. It was fun. Hey, Bud, when you first started your business and you were into this paintball thing, did you visualize what was going to happen in paintball?
No.
Did you see it becoming this?
No,
what it is?
Matter of fact, most of the people that knew me, I've done everything in the world except paintball. I race cars. I don't. If it got wheels and floats, I race it. I built ships in the shipyard. I mean, I've done many things in life. If they would have said Bud's going to make paintball guns, they'd say you're out of your mind. I dropped everything that I'd done, which was many. It'd take a book to write it. Things I was doing at the time, and just concentrated on one thing in my life, and that's building a paintball gun and playing paintball. I mean, it's addicting.
Yeah, I wish I could see the prototype that you built. Maybe sometime when we come down there, you can show Alex that prototype. When you see that, you look at it. What the hell? It was amazing. That's all.
And fundamentally, paintball guns, even the electronic ones, still do work. In the same way that an autococker works.
Correct. I mean, it just now has electronic to trigger it. That's all it is.
Tom,
and Tom K too. We got to give Tom credit because back in the day there was two guns you wanted to go play paintball with in a tournament. That was the autococker and the automag. Am I right?
Yep. Yeah, 100%, man. I'll tell you what. Tom K and I were like brothers. I mean, he used to come in and do my books for me. That's how good he knew my company, and I knew his. We exchanged things. If you'd seen Automag back in the early days, he used my trigger frames. I mean, it's amazing what type of guy Tom is. He's brilliant, and all the stats and all the stuff that you make a paintball barrel with today come from Tom and myself. And nothing changed. And
that's
38 years,
That's amazing that you bring that up because, I mean, Bud, you've seen these companies, sue each other and go nuts over their IP and protecting their assets and just whittle each other down to the bone until they go out of business. instead of just accepting that each other exists and working together a little bit. I mean, that's pretty amazing that you are competitors, but you were able to say, hey, you know, there's this pie. Let's grow the pie instead of chopping up the pie into more pieces.
Alex, best statement I've heard in years right there. I mean, that's exactly what it takes to succeed in business. I mean, dude, great statement. I mean, you nailed it.
It takes a special personality to do that, though. You know, you and Tom, you know, you guys were both in like Flint. You once you guys got your markers up and running, because you know I would have shot an autococker back then, but you know I was hooked up with Tom. But when I went over to England and play, I took an autococker over there. Matter of fact, I'm on the cover of the magazine with one of your autocockers, and I took it over to England, and they couldn't get them over there yet. They were going crazy over there, and one of the guys that worked for the press over there, he had to have it. He just had to have it. So I sold it to him exactly what I paid for it here when I took it over there. And I got to tell you, that autococker, he had it, and he was letting everybody shoot it, and people were just screaming to get the autocockers. And it wasn't like, you know, you could just, here we could go down and buy them. But they couldn't go down and buy them back in the day like that.
Got to have the number. You know.
Yeah, I got this pretty cool one that was signed by this old guy named Bud, too. I like that one that I got, man. So,
hey, Alex, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What is the name behind Field Force One? I always wanted to know that answer because I heard about it on a video, but I just wanted to make sure it's correct. So tell me about it.
So the name of our company, Field One, Ryan actually thought of that because when we first started playing at Mare Island, Field 1, Field 2, Field 3, Field 4, which actually Fred found Mare Island, so not Fred.
I started it.
We wouldn't have been there without Fred. So Field 1 is kind of the place where we all met, and that's where our story began. So that's why we called it Field 1. And the Force, the reason we chose the name the Force, we just thought it was a pretty powerful sounding name. I'm a Star Wars fan, so the embed is nice there. So.
But you know what, Alex? The Force is a terrific marker. It's an electric marker. But I mean, when I came down there, you know, just even looking at the bolt, it looks Star Wars to me, and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, you guys made it absolutely terrific. What's that, Billy?
I said, this is the marker you're looking for.
This is the marker you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. You know, I just like Bud's, you know, when I walked into Bud's shop, I walked out of there and I had a scar on my chin from dragging on the concrete because my jaw just dropped when I walked in and seen his stuff. Well, it was the same way down at Field 1, you know, and I think your guys' marker is absolutely terrific. And, you know, you're doing now, Alex, what Bud did back in the day.
I appreciate that. I don't know if we can compare ourselves to him. We're not innovating like he did. We are a small business though, and we're doing it together, and we're making our stuff here in the USA, and we're building it ourselves, which we pride ourselves on. You know, it's not a product that gets put in the box over in Taiwan and then just shipped here to the customers.
If you need any help with anything, let me know.
Hey, Alex.
That means a lot.
I'm gonna get one of your guns.
I'll send you one.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I'll buy it.
Hey, Alex, if I come down to San Diego, should we practice with Team Dynasty on Field 1?
Yeah, definitely. If you make the trip down there, that's where we typically practice, either there or in Sacramento. So, you know, I can send you a message with our practice schedule, and if you're able to make it out one of the weekends, we'd love to have you.
I mean, I always wanted to practice with my favorite team of all time because you guys are like the innovator of what I do. You know, I don't just play the sport for the love of the sport. I play it because it means something to me. It means just going out there and meeting new people. Like at Cup, I was super recognized because, of course, I'm famous on the Hormesis page, and you know my story, this and that. And you guys are the real people that I love. So, yeah, send me over the schedule. I might have my mom take me down to either Sacramento or Cali this year because I want to go visit you guys for my birthday. But I'll probably be stuck in Denver, which sucks. But, you know, gotta do it. It is what it is.
You know,
you're a good sport, Kieran. You're a great sport.
Thank you.
I've got a great team that I and privileged to be the captain of, and it's called the band. And Bud is going to be in New York with me, in 2 weeks now, huh, Bud? 2.5 weeks?
Yep, 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. We're going to go and we're going to kick some butt, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
We can kick butt whether we win or not, man.
Let me tell you, Alex, you know
That's
how
right.
we win?
That's got it.
Yeah, we win, Alex, by all showing up together and being together, because it's such a great collective group. It's unreal. As a matter of fact, I made Oliver an honorary member of the band when I was down there, and I'm going to do the same thing to you, Alex. What we do is the people that we put on the band, I'll send you a patch. The people that we put on the band are people that exemplify our sport. And, and you don't have to be the best player. You've got to be a good person. That is one of the main rules. And that's why we're keeping the band down to a limited group of people. And not just anybody can get on the band. Am I right, Bill? And am I right, Bud?
Yeah.
You got to know what restaurants to hit.
I'm on it. Yeah, right. I'm on it. I'll play the kazoo.
I love the name.
No, Bill does that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the statement that Alex,
you guys are good with it, right, Bud? You're good with it, Bill. You're good with me making him an honorary memory and member.
The statement he made a few minutes ago got him on.
Yeah, there you go. Because it's all about presentation. How people perceive you, and when they look at you and they know what you do, then that reflects to the sport.
Yes.
Just like I tell everybody, you be the best player in the world. You step off and you're a jerk. It doesn't help us. Some guys there with his parents, maybe at a birthday party or something, and they see somebody step off swearing and yelling and calling this guy a cheater and all that other stuff. They're not going to want to let their kid go do that on a regular basis, And Bud, you and I have worked and Bill too, have worked our butts off for years. To build a sport. How much talking, how much slack did I take back in the day? And everybody gave me crap until we did the show at MGM Disney. After we did that, then people started listening to us, And so
I had a revelation while just listening to you talk about the band and you guys going out still playing. I hope that when me and Ryan, Oliver and Yosh and some of the guys are your guys' age, we're still rocking out like you guys are. I don't care if we're poor. I don't care if we don't have any money doing it. I think that it's amazing that we even have that thing that we can do together. And
right. I wish sometime maybe you could join us, seeing that you're a member now. Maybe sometime you could join us when we do one of these. And on the field is terrific. Off the field it's amazing. I can't even begin to tell you. Off the field, we talk to everybody. We go out to eat together. We hang together. And let me tell you, Bud is a kick in the butt. What you see on my show is nothing. When you get alongside of this guy, he will crack you up. Am I right, Billy?
Yeah.
Well, they're all characters.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's like a joke.
One of the main ones, though, but there's I've seen things that I shouldn't see,
Yeah. What goes to the band stays with the band, but you'd love it.
Congratulations, Alex, on becoming a part of the band. It's a great moment for you. Good job, man. You deserve it.
I'm honored. I can't wait to rock with you guys one day.
Hey, you know what? What Kieran just said is you deserve it. It is absolutely the truth. You absolutely deserve it. Your attitude, and you've been on my show a couple of times. This isn't the first time you've been on, and every time you've been on has been absolutely terrific. People just absolutely love you. Bud, Tim Schloss just loves this guy.
Oh yeah, no wonder. I can understand that.
Yeah, Tim's a tough nut. He doesn't like everybody, but he really likes.
Tim's the man. I mean, just this story about the tiger stripe pattern and what he went through and his vision to create it and all that stuff was, it's inspirational. And that's the thing, everybody in our community has a story, right? Might not like everybody. You don't have to. That's just not the way the world is. But, everyone has their story. And when you meet someone and start to learn that and understand why the way they are the way they are, it becomes very interesting, and you can associate with
Mr. Tim Schloss.
Get him on here.
You're
Tim.
100%.
You guys are rolling pretty good. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that'd be the first time. What do you think of this panel tonight, huh?
Oh my goodness, all stars, man. Wish I was technologically unchallenged so I could like get on it. But
all you have to do is get a normal phone.
It's a pleasure listening to everybody.
Well, yeah, I had to ring you up because you're a big part of the band, and I'm sure you heard because you're watching the show that we've made Alex a member of the band now.
I'm in the band, Tim.
That's fabulous. I mean, what a great guy to bounce ideas off of and watch. And I mean, no, he's a perfect guy for us. Now we're just
my only request is we have to kick Oliver out of the band. We got to get Oliver out of the band.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim, I had to ring you up because this is a new band member, so this is a big deal.
Well, yeah, but you've got I trust you completely.
I love you, brother.
Hey.
You got good taste. And,
well, you're in
I
it.
won't let you down, Tim, although I do like to take my clothes off on stage sometimes.
We're all ready for New York.
Doesn't matter, man.
How's your running ability? That's all. Really.
Yep. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Bud and I were just talking about it. Bud's been working out in the shop.
You're officially probably 23 years younger than everybody else.
I just wanted to ring you up so you can congratulate Alex.
Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you, Tim. Means a lot, pal.
See you guys soon.
He said, "Bite me." Says Trip.
Get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother. Say hi to Terry. Huh? Bye-bye.
Hey, later, Tim.
Hey, yo,
All right,
Fred.
everybody. That's Mr. Tim Schloss. Tiger Stripe camouflage. And the new Tiger Stripe, the original Tiger Stripe, is coming out here pretty quick. Probably this week.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, can I be part of the band? I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
You're working.
You keep working on it. You never know. It takes time.
You can be a roadie.
On the band.
You're a roadie.
Yeah, you're a roadie. There you go. It's a pretty selective group, and
there's a roadie.
and you're too young. You're too young anyhow. I mean.
Yeah, I know I'm young, but still.
I mean, 40s are lowest age we go.
Alex,
That's it. We stop there.
How old are you, Alex?
True.
I'm going to be 40 in a couple of months here, so I'm closing in.
Yeah, that's what I said. See, that's the lowest age, Bill. Yeah. We can't go below that. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. I mean, I can't have the whole team looking at somebody young and crying. It's not.
I already told them you're recruiting all these young guys, so we have runners. The last guy that had a heart attack coming back with a flag.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what's funny, Alex. We played New York last year. We're drawing straws before the game, and the guys are going, "Wow, you're drawing straws to see who gets to pull it?" And I go, "No, we're drawing straws to see who has to run it back." Yeah, thank God we only got one.
I like how Alex.
You're half my age, Alex. Half.
Amazing.
Yep, and almost half mine. Yeah, I'll be 72 this year. Yeah,
that's why you're young. You're young at heart.
There you go. Well, that's why they call Bud my big brother, because he's got me just under a couple of years. So I don't mind being a little brother to Bud.
No, it's you gotta take care of yourself. That's all, man. Take care of yourself.
And I got a jersey for Yosh as well. One of my other jerseys that I have here in the bag. I'm not gonna show it because he's probably busy. So just tell him I said hey.
I will absolutely when he comes back then.
Definitely will do that.
Dynasty is great. And go ahead. Sorry, my fault.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Caesar says you guys linked up. You guys are linking up at the airport, Bud?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do I know?
Good.
Caesar Pizzo is in the band?
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to hear who's in the band? I'll tell you who's in the band.
Not me.
Bud,
Tim
what do you think
Schloss.
about Caesar's lube, his lubrication treatment?
Yeah, listen to this. It's Tim Schloss, Gino, David Bell, maker of the View Loader, Kevin Donaldson, Bud Orr, Bill Bailey, Hell Haggard, Mean Gene from AutoCarCarParts.com, Dan Colby, Dave Ruddick, Chip Kurt, Kenny Stewart from the Paintball Museum, Caesar Pizzol, you, Oliver.
And Oliver.
Yeah.
That's a great company.
That's great. Love
now
it.
That's a team for you right
Tom
there.
K, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Tom K's in. Yeah, I don't have everybody. I have to get the other shirt out.
Yeah, that was the Monte Casino shirt. So
that was the Monte Casino, because what we do, Alex, when we go to each place, we have a shirt made with the guys that are playing on that. But yeah, Tom K's in the band. Jim Lively's in the band. So yeah, you're with a very, very good group of guys. Take my word for it.
Hey, do you still talk to Rainey Boucher?
I just talked to Rainey day before yesterday. Rainey is in the band.
Awesome. Yeah, tell him to send my best when you talk to him next.
Rainey's not going to be in New York because Juvie, his wife, both of them have some health issues right now. But last year, Rainey came and played with the band, and Rainey still didn't lose a step. He was still faster than two of us put together, you know.
Yeah.
So I wish Rainey, that's why I said at the beginning of the show, I said my prayers are out for both Rainey and Juvie. They're terrific people. You remember Paintball News back in the day, don't you, Alex?
Absolutely. My dad advertised in there, and I have some old Paintball News clippings that I was just looking over. Recently.
Yeah, I was a West Coast editor for them for a few years, and I just talked to him 2 days ago. So yeah, he's a great guy. There you go.
There it is. Yep.
What picture is that? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Ultimate Madness. Let's see. Oh, introducing Scooter Ball.
Scooter Ball. Where am I at? I got a
lot of those names, including the two of you. A lot of those names are people that are pioneers in what what paintball is, and they really start to play in building the pieces that made paintball great. And I feel like at the heart of that isn't someone who's looking to make a buck, isn't someone who's looking at the bottom line. It's people that care. And originally Bud wanted to do it, like he said, because he loved it, and he loves it, and he wanted to make the best paintball gun there could be, and he did that. And
for all of us now, it's all about promotion. It's all about making people have a good time. Last year at Jerry Brown's tournament in New York, that was storybook. It was one of the best times, I think, one of the 5 best times I've ever had in my life playing paintball. Yeah, that's right, huh, Bud? You bet. Yeah, Tom K showed up. I mean, everybody was there. Yeah, David Bell. You ever met David Bell, Alex?
No.
You know the View Loader, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, David Bell invented the View Loader. I got one of the first View Loaders over here because I was sponsored by them. As soon as it came out, I got one. And he gave me one, and I still got it over here. I used to use it on my mags. So real quick, I got a guy that's been sitting here in my studio. Come here. Been sitting you guys know this guy, don't you?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred, you don't have any snacks there because I haven't heard him chewing on anything.
No, I told him he could come and he couldn't eat. And if he talked to anybody, he had to use sign language. So it's all worked out.
I ate before I got here.
Yeah, he ate before he got here. Yeah.
And that View Loader has a 9 horsepower motor on it.
Oh,
9 volt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That baby would drop 9 balls a second. Or was it a minute? I can't remember. So I got to tell you guys, first of all, Karen, I appreciate so much you coming on tonight. I promised you when I had you on last time that I would have you on again. I hope that you enjoyed being on with Bud and Alex and Bill and Kiko and myself. I hope you enjoyed that.
And before I go, Alex, I have a special thank you message for you before I leave this studio here tonight. So,
all right.
Thank you to Team Dynasty, Alex, and Field One for being my friends and family throughout my career. I know I'm going to be in the sport forever, but you guys are more legendary than I'll ever be. So, with that being said, from the bottom of my heart to yours, I wish you all the best in your futures. I mean, who knows what could happen? I may be in a Dynasty jersey one day. Who knows? Time will tell. But thank you for everything. God bless you all. Have a great night. And remember, stay positive, no negativity, no fighting, and always keep on trucking because if I can do it, so can you. You're legendary. Have a good
Right
night,
on,
guys.
right on.
Right on, buddy. Thanks again for being on tonight. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Hey,
Yep,
I'll send
good
you that
evening.
jersey. I'll send you that jersey as soon as I can. I'll give it to you like cup.
Hit me up tomorrow.
All right, then. Bye. See you
Bye
guys.
now.
Check this out.
All right.
I want to share this with you, Fred, or everybody, real quick out there. This is
Shoot.
one artifact. Well, it's a piece of paintball history here that is pretty amazing, and I thought you guys would like to see it. This is a mint condition Fun of Paintball video VHS tape signed by Fred Schultz. These are pretty rare, and
Awesome.
I keep it in a glass case. I usually have gloves when I handle it, but
that is an artifact. Once they get that old, it's classified as an artifact.
Mint condition right there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So that's that. Those are the goods right there. And look at that guy.
I know it. The hair thing again. Yeah.
Hair.
All of our hair blew in the tree.
You haven't aged a day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's right up above underneath that. I'll show you something here real quick.
This?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
You got it. That's what I'm
now,
here for.
now I'm going to show you something too here. This is how that baby came out.
There it is, the Talon.
Oh yeah. No, it's got the tape in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's never been opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like 3 of these still left.
I remember seeing that in Big 5, and my dad was like, I don't know about that.
you know what? I'll tell you something though about Brass Eagle. And yeah, let me plug Kiko back in here. Brass Eagle, what they did was they brought a lot of kids into the sport that normally couldn't get into the sport because, going and spending $39 or $49 for something was more in the realm of spending $300-400 for something back in the day, So what it did is it got a lot of people into the sport because once you played with these guns like this, which was easy to get in, you definitely wanted to move up to an autococker or an auto mag or a Tipman. Dennis Tipman. I'll never forget Dennis. Dennis Tipman was a very good friend of mine. And Bud, you know that too. You and I.
Oh yeah, no, great.
You and I were friends with Denny for a long. Matter of fact, Denny helped sponsor my show at MGM Disney down there. So I will never forget Denny ever. Period. He's a good man. So I don't know if Alex, you ever got a chance to meet Dennis Tipman?
I met Ben Tipman.
Ben? No, this is Dennis. Dennis is the one that really put it together. Not Junior, but Dennis Senior, and he just passed away. What, Bill? A couple years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, he just passed away. He was a terrific guy, and he was like Bud. The Tipman marker I think is an absolutely terrific marker, but it was more not so much for competition, but it was for rentals because you could take that marker and beat the crap out of it. And it just kept on shooting. Am I right, Bill?
We used pro lights for over 20 years in our field.
Yeah. So, and it's probably the most popular marker back in the day for rental. It was just absolutely terrific. But I just didn't want to let the night go without mentioning Dennis. Yeah. He's a great guy. So.
And I think that's important. We need to remember the pioneers that paved the way to get us
every week.
Look at those guys.
Every week. And this started with me, 2 years ago when I started doing this show. And it is the same piece of paper. I never change it. I keep it. These are guys I think that worked very, very hard back in the day to make paintball. Bud, your name's on here too. And I spelled it right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll get that tattoo, or maybe I'll get I'll get Ryan really drunk, and then we'll take him.
There you go. Party. But I mention these guys every week, Alex, because a lot of the youngsters nowadays, I just don't want them to forget who really, really worked hard for the sport. Because now you can just walk into a field, now you can just walk into a store. Back when we started, you could not do that. It was, and everywhere you went, you had to explain yourself to somebody or about something. Am I right, Bud?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So, we worked really, really hard. I'd walk through, I'd wear my jackets and stuff. I'd walk through the airport, and people would come up to me and go, "What's Air America? Isn't that a terrorist group?" I go, "No, it's not a terrorist group."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This right here really helped promote also. When I seen that, I found that in a grocery store, and it just blew my mind. It's the first edition of APG.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, this is the very first one.
Wow.
I got this from Baki, but I walked into, it was just a grocery store there in Springfield, Missouri, and I seen it on the shelf, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Wow.
And, it came out, about a year or so after the paintball field started here, but it was just really cool seeing it.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I've had 4 cover shots on APG. I've had 3 or 4 on Paintball Sport. I had one on Randy's Magazine, and I've had probably 5 or 6 overseas. So I have been blessed when it came to cover shots. That's for damn sure. So
I just remember sitting in high school when I was supposed to be reading my workbook, and instead I had APG in there, looking at the combo package deals.
Yeah,
there you go.
To buy. Yeah,
I love it.
You're right. I mean, I can't imagine how disillusioned you guys got when you were trying to explain to people about paintball in the early days, because it was so foreign. What was that like? I mean, when someone said, "Oh, what is this?" How do you even explain it?
Well, it would, for me, it always started, they go, "Oh, that's a war game." I go, "No, no, no, no." I says, war games, I said, that's made to go kill people. I says, we play paintball. I says, and it's almost like a tag, and I says, and if you look at statistics, more people get hurt playing football than they do paintball, even close to it. And I says, all my life, I says, if I've ever seen anything that I thought was bad, I'd always want to try it just to see if my thought process was correct. And I tell people, I says, go out and give it a shot one time. And Alex, back in the day, what it really was, if people came up to me and asked me about stuff like that, if you look at them, you go, "Hey, it's none of your damn business. Get out of here." You just killed the sport doing that, and I would never do that. I took time with absolutely everybody, and Bud can attest to this. Never did anybody ever walk up to me that I didn't talk to or take a picture or just sit and have a good time with. I was always approachable. Where the problem was, some of the so-called pros back in the day, which you never heard of and you never heard of since, the kids would go up to them and they would just shine them on like they were really something, and that to me just and that happened at my fields. It happened at the Jungle that I started. It happened at Mare Island that I started. I watched that with a lot of people, a lot of the so-called pros going up and the kids to talk to them, and they just shine them on like they were nothing. And I just, every time I'd see that, it just burned me, And then I'd walk up to him and I go, a pro acts like a pro. A pro doesn't act like he's someone special. He acts like a pro, like someone that you can approach and talk to.
He's so touchable.
I'm still touchable.
Yeah,
hey,
what about you? When you were first starting War Game, what did the bank say to you if you went in and said, "Hey, I need money to build paintball guns"? I don't know if that ever happened, but I could just imagine how foreign that concept is. I mean, I'm sure people said, "Oh, Bud, what are you doing? You're crazy." What was that like?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know what a line of credit was until probably 1998. I started paintball, manufacturing paintballs in my garage at home as a paintball gun, and it was a 20 by 20 garage. It's full of equipment, and a little machine shop in there. and I never got a loan. I just when I started paintball in 1988, I quit my job. You know, I made the gun in 87. I made a bunch of stuff before that, but I was doing it on the side. So in 1988, my dad passed away, and the government gave me 4 months off to be with him. So my wife said, you know, if you want to do this paintball thing, let's do it. We can live off my paycheck. She was a contracting officer, so I said, let's do it. So after 3 months, it looked like it was doing pretty good, and I just stayed in it for 22 years. But I never got a loan. I took a loan out on my house in 1989, you know, when the stock market and everything crashed. You know. But after that, it was self-sufficient, man. I didn't take it out and go, you know, buy a bunch of toys and stuff, because I could make my own toys, so I never had to do that. But no, it was from day one. I had $1,000 in my pocket and a wish that I could succeed in business. I only went to the 9th grade, so I wasn't real smart that way. But I was kind of like self-taught engineer. And Tom K was an inspiration to me, and so was Bob McGuire. Taught me how to read in 1998. For Christ's sakes. I mean, I could read, but not very good. But he explained it to me. Great guy. And,
Bob McGuire?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember Bob McGuire's Outdoor?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a tape up here that I did for him back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably before your time, Alex.
No, Alex, I done it on my own, man. I've done everything in life like that. I mean, if I couldn't succeed at, you know, with help from somebody else's money, you know, then I couldn't do it. You know, that's just me. You know, I mean, a lot of people need it, but I grew slow. And Tom K come into my life in 1988, I think it was 87, and he taught me a lot about business. And we grew together because he took one aspect of business, I took the other. He said, "Bud, if you make it all yourself, that's successful. If you send it all out and get made, that's successful too. But if you make partially yourself and send it out to get something made," he said, "you'll fail." So I took one avenue, he took the other, and we both succeeded. So that's how Tom K. I can't explain how close Tom K. and I were. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. So
great person, absolutely.
Oh.
You know, he sponsored me for a lot of years, but
yeah.
Yep, Tom took care of me for a long time. He's just a terrific person.
Well,
guys, there's a lot of value in that story, and I'm sure there's.
You know, sometimes. You know, Alex, sometimes when you're link up with the band, you sit down and you're going to hear things that you would never, ever hear any other place. Because, I mean, the stories from these guys they just abound. That's all I can say. I mean, and sometime we're all together, we'll have Bud tell you about when he hit the deer and then threw it in his back seat and found out it wasn't dead. So,
God.
Oh, yeah. So,
about how I made Christmas money. That's a good one.
I love you, brother. All right, guys.
You're like a bunch of kids. You're a bunch of kids, you guys.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah.
You know, I got this shirt from this cool company that said "Play like a kid." I love it. It's great saying. So I'll tell you what.
Tom K let me eat a pizza one time. It was an uncooked pizza that had sat in a car for 2 days in the heat in Oklahoma. He didn't warn me.
I got a better one than that.
The slow cooked pizza.
We go over to France, right? And Tom wants me to go over to France because there's a bunch of guys he wants to put together, throw together a team, and they allowed one pro on the team. So Tom calls me up. He goes, "Hey, Freddy," he says, "will you come to France with me and go play with these guys?" And I said, "Yeah." So I take my wife and my daughter, and we go over there, and we get there. There's 2 guys from England, 2 guys from France, a guy from Germany, and Tom and I. We won the tournament. Period. So after the tournament, yeah, we won it. Tom got the trophy, and it was funny too because everybody signed up. They wanted my autograph, and they all line up. And I'm sitting at this table, and I go, guys, I said, most of you guys are shooting autocockers and automags. I says, you got one guy here that actually makes one of those guns. I said, you should get his autograph. And Tom just lit up like this. And we look over, and here's Tom going through the garbage, the old styrofoam stuff, looking for something to eat because we didn't have nothing to eat out there. We were starving. And my daughter took a picture of Tom going through the garbage to get something to eat. So, she still got that bad boy. So anyhow, yeah, we won that tournament, and he was the happiest guy in the world, man. And he found some kind of chicken leg or something like that, and he was eating it. It was gross. We had a great time. You make me cry. Yeah. So I'll tell you, Alex, sometime when you're with us, you're gonna love the stories, my friend.
The stories, that's what you remember.
They're great. So guys, we ran a little long. Bud, thank you so much for jumping on tonight, my friend.
Oh, my
great
pleasure.
To see you, bud. You look great.
All right. Hey, Alex, get a hold of me. I gave you my information.
I will.
All right.
Bud, I appreciate it. You've been on a million times for me, and you're always there for me. You're there when I call. You're there when I ask you to be on. You're just, you are like the big brother.
Oh no, you're my brother, man. That old fart next to you, slap him in the side of the head.
You got him crying. You got him crying now.
It's beautiful, man. You're all beautiful.
Hey, don't cry too hard, brother. See you later, man. And,
tell Kathy Alex, I said hi, huh?
Yeah, you betcha. You take
Thanks
care.
for having me.
Love you guys.
Love you too, pal. Yeah. You know that. All right. Bye now.
Ciao.
All right, everybody, it was Mr. Bud Orr. You need no introduction for Bud Orr. All you have to say is Bud Orr. And, unless you were raised in a cave, obviously. Now, if you're raised in a cave, it could happen, No, you weren't raised in a cave. You just fell into one, right?
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
He couldn't afford a cave.
He couldn't afford a cave.
Pioneer. He's a true pioneer of paintball. He is.
And he's just not just a pioneer. Alex, wait till you get to meet him face to face. He is one of the nicest guys. Same way with Bill up there. Bill's been pretty quiet this whole time because we've all been yakking on. But when you finally meet Bill face to face, you're gonna like that guy too. These are genuine people, and I think that's why they get along so good with the public. Is they're not trying to be somebody. Bud always told me for years. He goes, the reason that I do this and am successful at it is I don't try to be somebody that I'm not. What you see here is what you get anytime you're with me. Am I right, Billy?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I love it. It's just as simple as can be, man.
Yeah.
So that's the whole ticket. But I want to thank you so much. I know Kieran loves seeing you tonight because he absolutely idolizes you, period. And, I'm getting pretty damn close to doing that myself. I think you're a terrific guy. I absolutely do. I think you're a great person. You're great for paintball. And I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody, but I want to thank you once again so much for being on tonight.
My pleasure, Fred. I'm humbled as always. You guys are the ones I looked up to or still look up to, and it's an honor even to be sitting here with you. So thanks for having me as always, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to make an impact on someone like Kieran. I feel like, that eclipses any tournament win, just being able to, be a positive influence on somebody's life. So thank you for that, and I appreciate you guys, and keep up the good work, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.
All right, you got it. All right, have a good evening.
Ciao.
Hey, Alex.
All right, everybody, it's Mr. Alex Frazee, and what a great kid, huh? Absolutely, just a great kid, and great company too. His company is just knocking it out of the park, Billy.
I just see knees that won't lock up when he's running.
I love it. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, but go ahead and hang on, Billy. We'll talk in the green room afterwards.
All right. Yep. See you, everybody. Bye, Kiko.
All right, everybody. I appreciate so much. We ran a little long tonight, but when you get these kind of guys on tonight, Bud Orr and Alex Frazee and Billy and Kiko man here. I want to thank Kiko for jumping in and hanging in here with me today.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you.
I'm welcome.
No, thank you.
No, I'm welcome.
No, thank you. Anyhow, yeah. Anyhow, this could go on all night, and it probably will. So, anyhow, I appreciate so much you guys watching us tonight. I just can't tell you how much I enjoy my viewers. Andy McLean, he jumped in. Tracy Perez, you know, I love you, babe.
Josh Estrada.
Yeah.
Guy Cooper.
Oh, hey, Josh Estrada is a terrific person. Yes, the list
Reynolds
goes on big time. So please, I'll let you say goodbye real quick.
Okay, yeah. Gavin, right on for watching.
Wayne Black.
Wayne Black's out there.
Right on, guys.
Bobby.
Matthew Lund. Have a good
Mark
night.
Gong.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, Mark Gong watches
We can
every
go on
week
all night.
too. Have a good night, Fred. Always enjoyed the little extra time with the great guests. Matthew, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate so much you watching. So, all right, everybody, till next Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook, on Flagpole Productions. Please play hard, play safe, play fair, but get out there and play paintball. See you next week, everybody.